Hollywood Men is back and we're kicking things off with a bang. Get ready for a rapid-fire montage of the hottest news in entertainment. First up, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Ben Affleck finally met her cousin Ben Affleck, and she's spilling all the details on their epic first encounter. Then, the next James Bond villain odds are wild, with Peter Dinklage taking the lead. Could he be the next legendary Seven adversary? We're also diving deep into a massive free speech movement as over 400 artists, including Jamie Lee Curtis and Olivia Rodrigo, have joined forces with the ACLU to fight censorship. And hold on to your hats, because a cult classic film starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon is returning to UK cinemas for its 25th anniversary. You do not want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's get into it. Ben Affleck finally meets her cousin Ben Affleck. For years, the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Ben Affleck believed her husband Zach was related to Hollywood A-lister Ben Affleck, a story she shared on her reality show. Now, in a surprising turn of events, Jen has not only met the Gone Girl actor, but has also confirmed their encounter was awesome. This surreal meeting happened during the filming of a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, a collaboration that Jen calls her first acting gig. Despite initial fan speculation that they might not have shared screen time, Jen assures us she met Ben, describing him as so nice, and that they were just laughing about it. Adding another layer to the story, Ben's daughter, Violet, is apparently a huge fan of Jen's show, making the connection even more personal. This unexpected crossover between reality TV and Hollywood royalty has fans buzzing, especially with Jen also making waves on Dancing with the Stars, alongside pro Jan Ravnik, and her fellow castmates like Taylor Frankie Paul potentially heading to The Bachelorette. Don't go anywhere, because the stakes are about to get even higher in the world of espionage. Next, we're talking about who's poised to become the next iconic James Bond villain. Peter Dinklage is the new favorite for next Bond villain. The hunt for the next James Bond villain is heating up, and the odds are shifting dramatically. Acclaimed filmmaker Denis Villeneuve is set to direct the next installment of the Seven franchise, but casting for both Bond and his adversary remains a hot topic. According to new betting odds, Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage has emerged as the frontrunner for the villain role, with odds of 9-4. Bookmakers clearly see his commanding on-screen presence as the perfect fit for Bond's next great nemesis. Hot on his heels is Barry Keoghan at 5-2, known for his intense and layered performances in films like The Batman and The Banshees of Inisherin. Even Ben Affleck is in the mix at 11-4, bringing his immense star power to the betting board. While the Bond actor odds still favor Aaron Taylor-Johnson, the villain market is wide open and incredibly exciting, giving fans a chance to predict who will join the legendary ranks of Bond's adversaries. But what happens when the fight for freedom takes center stage? Get ready for a powerful show of solidarity from Hollywood's biggest names. Over 400 artists unite with ACLU to defend free speech. A monumental wave of support is rising for free speech in America. In response to the recent suspension of late-night host Jimmy Kimmel by ABC, an astonishing coalition of over 400 artists, including luminaries like Jason Bateman, Jamie Lee Curtis, Olivia Rodrigo, and Martin Short, have joined forces with the ACLU. They've published an open letter sounding the alarm on what they call a dark moment for freedom of speech. The letter powerfully states that retaliating against artists and journalists for their expression strikes at the heart of what it means to live in a free country. Organized by the ACLU, this initiative draws parallels to the McCarthy era, warning against government censorship, and the pressure tactics used against media outlets. The signatories, a diverse group of actors, comedians, musicians, and writers, are united by a belief that voices should never be silenced by those in power, emphasizing that the Constitution guarantees this fundamental right. This collective stand is a clear call to action for all Americans to defend their right to speak freely. And speaking of iconic figures, get ready for a blast from the past. We're revisiting a cult classic that's making a major comeback. Cult classic Dogma returns to UK cinemas for 25th anniversary. Prepare for a cinematic event. The iconic 90s cult classic film Dogma starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, is returning to UK cinemas to celebrate its 25th anniversary. Directed by Kevin Smith, the 1999 film follows two fallen angels, Bartleby and Loki, who discover a loophole to re-enter heaven, but at the cost of destroying humanity. A reluctant abortion clinic worker, Bethany, is tasked with stopping them, guided by a celestial host. The star-studded cast also included Alan Rickman, Salma Hayek, and Chris Rock. Despite its box office success and critical acclaim, Dogma has been notoriously difficult to access for years due to rights issues. However, a remastered 4K edition will be released in cinemas on November 7th. Director Kevin Smith expressed his emotions about revisiting the film, calling the remastered version a resurrection for fans who kept the movie alive through bootlegs. With a 71% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and praise for its provocative, audacious, and gut-bustingly funny satire, this re-release is a must-see for fans and a chance for new audiences to experience this unique film. That's all the incredible news for today. But before you go, let's do a quick recap and make sure you're subscribed. All right, Hollywood men fans, what a rundown. We saw Jen Affleck finally meet her cousin Ben Affleck and spill the tea. The odds for the next James Bond villain are heating up with Peter Dinklage in the lead. Over 400 artists joined the ACLU to champion free speech, and the legendary cult classic Dogma is returning to cinemas. Don't miss a single update. Hit that like button, subscribe to Hollywood Men for all the latest, ring the notification bell so you never miss a video, and comment below what you thought of today's news. And make sure to follow us on all our socials for exclusive behind-the-scenes content.